All right, in 14.2, we're going to solve radical equations. So here's the game plan. We're going to isolate the radical, make sure there's only radicals on one of them on each side of the equal sign if there's two, and then raise both sides of the equal sign to the same power, whatever it takes to get rid of the radical, and then you're going to solve it. So let's try number 1. Notice I have one radical. It's already isolated on the left side, so I can just raise it to the appropriate power. Well, I'm going to raise it to the power of 2 because it's a square root. But what you do to one side, you have to do to both. So when I do that, I'll have x equals 16, and I'm done. That's all there is to it. Look at number 2. Look at the radical. It's a cube root this time, but it is isolated. There's nothing else going on the left side of my equation. It's by itself already. So I can go to the raising to the power step. Now, the power is whatever the index value is here. So in this case, it's to the third power. And when I raise the root to its index power, the guts fall out. So I'll have x plus 21 equals, now remember this is 4 times 4 times 4. So that's 16 times 4 or 64. Now we just solve minus 21. So x will equal 43. And we're done. Look at number 3. This one, there's an extra step. Look, the radical is not isolated, so I need to move this 4 over here first. So I'll do the cube root of x minus 8 equals, when I bring it over, it becomes minus 4. It's going to be negative 2. Now it's isolated, so I can just raise it to the appropriate power. Oops. I'm going to raise it to the third power. And it's a negative 2, so the guts fall out, x minus 8. So negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 is going to give me negative 8. And then I solve. So x just equals 0. And I'm done. Let's try some more. Number 4. When I need to isolate this guy, so I'm going to move my 3 over by subtracting. So I'm going to have the fourth root of x plus 7 equals 3. Now I need to raise them to the appropriate power. In this case, the power is a 4. So the guts will fall out over here. 3 to the 4th, it's 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. This might help. This is 9, this is 9. So what's 9 times 9? 81. Then I go back and I solve by subtracting 7, and I get 74. Now, number 5. Got 2 radicals going on. How do I fix this? Well, this is one of those things where you want to put one of them on the other side of the equal sign. So let's move this negative 2x plus 1 radical on the right side. So it's going to look like this, x square root of x plus 3. Now the negative moves with it, so it becomes positive when it jumps the equal sign, equals 2x minus 1. Now when I square both sides, I get x plus 3 equals 2x minus 1, and now we're just solving. So I'm going to move, let's see, I'll move that 1 over here. So that'll be a plus 1. So it'll be x plus 4 equals 2x. If I subtract x, I'll have 4 equals x, and there it is. There's my solution. Number 6 is quite similar. We're going to move this all the way over here by changing its sign. So the cube root of 2x plus 1 is now going to equal 2 times the cube root of x. Now, don't let that 2 trip you up. It's just multiplied. So I need to get rid of the cube root part, right? Again, I want to raise it to the right power. Just be careful that you're raising the 2 to the third power also. So on the left, the guts of the radical will fall out. On the right, I need to think. 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And the cube root of x cubed is just going to land me with an x. So now I just need to do a little algebra and move that 2x over here by subtracting it. So I'll have 1 equals 6x, divide by 6, and x is just 1 over 6. Yes, it's a fraction. That doesn't mean it's wrong. Let's try a couple more. All right, like this one, these are already isolated for me, so I just need to do the cubing. So when I do that, I'll have 8 times x plus 1 equals x minus 2. So let's distribute that 8. And then we'll combine like terms. So my x will come over here. So it'll be a 7x plus 8 equals negative 2. Move my 8 over, so it'll be 7x equals negative 10. Divide by 7, so x is just negative 10 sevenths, and we're good. Number 8, last one, same idea. The radicals are on each side of the equal sign. There's nothing else added or subtracted, so I can just immediately go into the raise the power step. So I'm going to raise both sides to the third power. Again, 2 cubed is 8. Now it's just 10 minus 3x, and this is 2 minus x. Now distribute the 8, so it'll be 80 minus 24x equals 2 minus x. If I move that 24x over, I'm going to be adding 24x, right? So 80 equals 2 plus 23x. Move my 8, or the 2 over here by subtracting, so that'll be 78 equals 23x. Divide by 23. It's gross, it's ugly, but it can't be reduced, so let's just leave it as 78/23. And that's all there is to it, okay? Hope you're understanding okay. Let me know what questions you have when we get to class.